Alright, looking for crystals? I need a scratch ticket. What kind? The one with the bats on it. Sure, bat books. Everyone buys that one. No idea why. Anything else? Did you say something about crystals? We've got them on sale. All kind of folks come in here looking for crystals. There's a few over there with milky white shocks through the middle. Like you caught a piece of the cloud. People seem to like those a lot. Yep. Popular crystals. You work on the mammoth? I can add it to your tab. Oh, you know the tugboat? The captain, Kate, said I'd have to remind you. Sure, they're here every night. It's okay. I have one of those faces. Forgettable. I wouldn't say that. It's okay, I've learned to accept it. In fact, I've learned to cherish it. There's a dignity in being forgotten, letting the crowd flow around you unspoiled. I used to live in a city, I mean a real city, Cleveland, Ohio. I had some family money then, I didn't have to work. I lived in hotels. In daylight I walked wherever the people were. My only duty was to the crowd. I was its observer, its historian, its detective, its poet. Well, the money ran out, and I dispersed with the rest of them. I took my duties with me here, to Lake Leave and the Echo River. I lived behind this counter, anonymous, invisible, but I lived with dignity. And yourself? No, I don't think so. I'm not alone. Sure, so you say. I say you can travel in company and still be alone. You keep all the crystals on that shelf over there. Buy one, get one free. Of equal or lesser symmetry. Mushroom hunting, huh? Weird cave fungus growing on soggy moth wings. Sounds kind of romantic, but also kind of gross, right? So, would you like to ride with us for a day? I bet you would. We're good company. Maybe we can still talk her into it. Shit, that floodwater washed you halfway up out to sea. I was looking for you down by New Kingsenberg, same as usual, but ain't nobody there, and the river's deep as an elephant's. Oh, didn't see you there, ma. Pardon my language. What elephant? Ah, alright. You're no paper flower. I see that. I expect you must be Loretta. Enchanted to meet you. Sorry I'm late. Hey, is that coming on too flowery or something? Enchanted? Repeating it now I feel a little silly. I'm not Loretta, but I think you'll do fine with Enchanted. Oh, thanks for saying so. But now I'm double embarrassed. How do you know Loretta? I really don't. I met Loretta on the computer. We met each other there. I mean, or I guess we spoke through the computer and agreed to meet. I don't know the terminology. I haven't dated in quite a while. Back when I met Greta, that's my wife, excuse me, my ex. Or maybe I am her ex? I don't know how to say it. Anyway, back then there wasn't such a thing as computers at all. I mean, I guess there probably was, but I never heard of one. I worked in textiles. So, here I am. So what's your plan when Loretta shows up? Oh, maybe head down to the rum colony? Shoot, I forgot to ask if she likes to drink. You really never know these days. I guess first I'd ask her about that. If she doesn't like rum, I'd maybe try to take her by the Bat Sanctuary. That's pretty romantic in a sense. I mean, like misty valleys and ruined churches romantic, not like flowers and chocolates romantic. Of course, they've got their memorial there. That's a little depressing, actually. Maybe we kind of sail around that. Damn it all, I guess I probably missed her. I wonder if she'll agree to meet me again. I'm sure she'll understand, with the weather and all. Nice of you to say so. Well, I guess I'll head on back. Hey, supposing Loretta doesn't want to see you after all? My card is full. Oh, no, sorry, that's not what I meant. Actually, I wanted to ask you for some advice. I had to type up a sort of autobiography for the computer date, and I spent a lot of time on it, but I only got one reply, and that was Loretta herself. I was happy to meet her, but supposing she lost interest now, do you think you could maybe give me some feedback? It's only a paragraph or so. I have it all memorized. I spent so damn long writing it. Okay, here it goes. I'm a good-natured man, retired, and spent most of my time sailing the Echo River, riding current of subterranean gas and that strange invisible wind that moans out the small tunnels along the bank. Seeking a companion to map the river with me. I have 2 grown children, but they live far away. No goofballs. Okay, what do you think? You'll be fine. I like it. Well, alright then. Sounds like I'm ready to get back on that computer. You have a good night now. Now, what's left of it, anyway? Guy's gonna find love. I believe in him. I'd respond. I assume we're just waiting now? Oh, this is looking at the crystals, I bet. Yep, crystals are rough, dirty. Some are damp. They must have come out of the river. Johnny seems distant. He was excited about Kate's dog, too. Kingsenberg tries to scrape some green algae off her larger specimen, examine it for a kind of cloudy inner formation the attendant said was so popular. What would it be like to travel with one more? Ah, K, you, and a few numbers are woven through the algae. It may be best just to ask him what's on his mind. This isn't algae at all. It's a decayed plastic bag caught on the rock. Womp womp. Alright, now we're talking. What's that? It's a crystal. I bought it for you. Wow, thank you, ma'am. Hey, could you hold on to it for a minute? I'm going to look around inside. Wish me luck. Good luck. Oh wow, I'm controlling him, okay. I was waiting for him to leave. Alright, I gotta buy a present in return here. Talk to his attendant. Hey man, how's your night? Quiet. Where are you headed? Helping some new friends make a delivery. Or along for the ride, anyway. Well, even if you're not doing the heavy lifting or navigating, whatever, a passenger contributes to a journey too. I never travel, but I do love travelers. That's what I like about this job. The travelers come to me. Meet some interesting people? I wouldn't say I meet them, but I do sell them gas. Well, let me know if I can help you find anything. Glory, it is good to be friends. Be among friends. Suit yourself. Wow, I should take a page out of your book, man. I'd give you any advice I could, little guy, but I think the most important thing I can say is... Glory, it is good to be among friends. Okay, I'll see what I can do with that. It's a ritual of remembrance for me. Tonight, particularly so. It's my birthday. I am 5 years old. Do you know why I say that? Well, I'm going to tell you. 5 years and some days ago. Well, it can't be his birthday if it's 5 years and some days. I set out on the Echo River alone, or so I thought at the time. I was looking for an ice floe. They are occasionally rumoured to travel our humble artery on their way from who knows where to who knows where. Who knows why? It's a mystery. An hour into the journey, my lantern gave out. Now, I always carry 3 or 4 spares. You'll never catch me in the dark again. Lesson learned, buddy. But that night, when the lantern went out, I was stuck in the dark. I kept my arm extended, running my fingers along the cave wall, trying to keep my bearing at best I could, and at least make sure I wasn't going in circles. I just prayed I'd find another traveller who knew his way back to the lake, or above ground, or even just a crack in the rock to get a glimpse of moonlight. I had a large bag of apples with me. After a little while, maybe a day, I was getting weak. So I took my hand down from the rock to tear the bag open. Well, when I reached back out, I couldn't find that cave wall anymore, or any other. I was totally unmoored, buddy. Totally adrift. And it was so dark. I started counting time in apples eaten. I drifted in despair for 4 apples. Then I schemed and planned and dreamed for 2 apples. Finally, I came to accept my fate, lost at sea, and this phase I think would have continued indefinitely had I not come down to that very last damn apple. Picture me feeling around in the empty bag, certain that somehow there was another one of those fist-sized chunks of life-giving fruit, already softened by time and probably unappetizingly brown. Nope, that was it. Just as I was about to bite into my last meal, I felt a tickle on my upper lip. It hatched right then. Couldn't have been a moment later, or I would have eaten it. My last apple was infected by a damn fruit fly maggot. Well, that should have been the end of it. I should have eaten that apple and that fly while I was at it, and put an end to our little food chain suicide pact. But I waited, out of mercy. After all, this fly was basically a newborn child, right? A gross insect child, but still a child, right? Born into darkness and famine, hungry and alone. I mean, can you imagine that? No other flies out there on the boat, and never would be. No other flies to welcome him into the world. And I mean, no fly culture, no fly society, no fly history. A true orphan. I started to get depressed just thinking about it all. Worked out a thick tear, I'm not ashamed to say. Well, that fly landed on my cheek, right under my left eye, right on that salty teardrop, and then, blinding glory, his ass lit up like a candle. That wasn't a fly, buddy. That was a damn lightning bug. So that's how come I'm here today with you folks, only because I found my way out of that strange river cave by the dim-lit rear of some orphan insect hatched out of my last rotten apple. Glory, it is good to be among friends. That was a nice little tale. Did my Johnny talk your ear off out here? Damn, he's even got me talking to dogs now. I think I can see why he does it. You're a good listener, Val. That guy's a trip. A gas station attendant. Did you talk to him? It's funny. He actually reminded me of that frog we had for a bit. That frog you had. Oh, I'd like to think he was part of the family. You know? He seemed more like a cat to me. The attendant, I mean. Oh yeah, I can see that too. Aloof, but strangely chatty. Maybe we should pick up another one. A frog, or a cat, or an ingredient, or something. Maybe a third person to travel with? Huh? Now that would be a whole new adventure, wouldn't it? You and me, we're good together. Safe. Free. You know what I mean? We can try stuff out, change our clothes, swap parts around, just play. I'm not lonely, just curious. With another person to play with, what else could we be? You may be right, Cricket. You really think so? Wow. I thought I'd have to wear you down a little, like I did with the gerbils. Oh, that's Kate. Time to hit the road. River, I mean. See that small brick building? It used to be an upholstery shop. Now it's inhabited by a very skilled taxidermist, whose art is greatly in demand. When it was an upholstery shop, it didn't see nearly as much business. The old shop's name has been lost to time and weather. Time was decades ago, and the only trace of it now is a greyed frame of an old sign behind the new lettering, which now reads Trapper, Stalker and Sportsman. And then below, smaller, no specimen is too exotic, no arrangement too fanciful. Some of the upholstery equipment is still there too, and still sees active use. Elise is the resident artist, though she's not the owner of the shop. It's owned by her aunt Ida. Ida has very little to do with the day-to-day. She's busy with other endeavours, mostly the restaurant she and her husband run on Lake Leaf. Shannon followed the other travellers ashore to a drowsy beach bar called the Rum Colony.